people have talked about memorabilia being an alt asset class,
Right.
and is it real? Is it not? Is it, can you really? And obviously, every market is different. Cards is different from autographs, is different, whatever. But do you see an upside beyond what happened in COVID and the bubble and anything else?
Well, someone who studied the markets for over 30 years, I think I'm qualified to have an opinion anyway. And collectible is absolutely an alternative asset class. And I would argue, if you want to get into things like we talked about today, whether it's cards or tickets, you made a comment that looking at the Robinson ticket was like a painting. It's really not that different from painting, and it's something that it's easier to share. In fact, some of the cards I have, one of the there's a gamification in on PSA in terms of their registry. I have the
Yeah,
third highest.
the set collections.
Yeah, I have the third highest rated 1953 set,
Oh,
and
amazing.
those are paintings. And
Paintings.
and in fact, the Willie Mays card, the actual painting that was the base of the card, I think is sold for over $200,000. So if you look at the value of the art market and the value of the collectibles market, like we're talking about, it's the art market well eclipses it. And listen, next gen, like I talk about my kids, they look at some of these video games that they grew up with, whether it's Mario Kart or whatever that are
Big,
boxed,
big, big business. Sealed video games.
and because it's what they knew from their youth. And
When you tug at those heartstrings, right? Like I feel like COVID did this to us because we were alone, we weren't talking to people, and when you go back to nostalgia, it gets you, and it means so much more. Now I did tell people to stop using eBay tape because my wife knew that the packages were eBay, and when there were 20 of the boxes, I just said, just use regular tape, please. But I think that it could grow, and I think it's just having fun doesn't mean it can't be legitimate. And you look at the market now, sometimes with the meme stocks or the coins, and it's hard to say, yes, there's more history to that, but just because it's fun doesn't mean that it should take away from our idea of whether it's a business or not.
Yeah, in fact, in baseball, there's a famous tax case. In fact, I believe it involved Commissioner Seelig, where there was a question as to whether baseball was a business or a hobby.
Yes.
And while he, frankly, one of the most passionate people about baseball I know is Commissioner Seelig, but running the Milwaukee Brewers, I can report here is a business.